This event taking place June 20th has five different key and interrelated issues. The first one of which we want to discuss today, which is, of course, on everyone's minds these days as we're witnessing this national uprising against racist police violence. And that's the issue of systemic racism. Why is this such an critically important issue for the Poor People's Campaign as well?
So it's really the issue of systemic racism that starts the work of the Poor People's Campaign. The genocide of First Nations people and 400 years of U.S. chattel slavery are some of the original sins of this nation. And we're seeing in policy still in our world today, in our society today, in our nation today, systemic racism. That's seen through racist policing. That's seen through the problems of mass incarceration. That's seen through, racist voter suppression and gerrymandering. That's seen through, immigration issues where we keep people of color out and we allow people coming from wealthier and whiter countries coming in. And so, we see this as an issue that connects a lot of other issues, but isn't about just our individual biases and behaviors, but is really about at the heart and soul and core of many of the policies of this nation. So we hope that people do join us on June 20th at 10 in the morning Eastern time. You can go to june2020.org. We'll be streaming it there, live. And again, we need to make this the largest digital online social media gathering of poor and low wealth people. We need people of all walks of life, all people of conscience to tune in and show up. The Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival, has a set of demands, and those demands start with issues around systemic racism. And again, it's everything from demilitarizing our communities and putting the funding into education and healthcare and living wages, to ending mass incarceration, making sure that we end the kind of racist voter suppression that is taking place, but also making sure that we shift the narrative and that we build power amongst people and that we build connection and build a movement. Indeed, Trump holding his first rally in this political climate in Tulsa, should remind us of Ronald Reagan being in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And folks should be very concerned and making sure that we keep on building this movement and building the kind of protests and the policies that we need to actually undo systemic racism, because it's possible. We have the resources.